to me, music and just rap period is like life. You could never get it to perfect. You know what I'm saying? It could never be perfect. You always evolving because as an artist, you try to speak from your heart. There's people in your life who try to come and try to love you in a good way, but because of your survival instinct, you're not even looking at them as like human beings. You're looking at them like, what do you want? When I discovered I had the talent, I didn't even have the talent.
Hey, so we gotta shout out to some Haitian rap artists.
Not only did I feel like I didn't have freedom back home, I feel like even when I landed here, I didn't have any freedom.
Every single mother, boys always never forget their moms whenever they make it. They always go above and beyond for their mom. Any women that disrespect their mom is because they had to be the man from early because the father is not here.
The same way that we want to see black folks on TV screens because we want to see ourselves is the same way that we want to hear somebody.
You want to feel like you're not alone.
The traumas that we went through. Speak to what we've gone through.
The first time I made music was a terrible song I wrote. It was so bad, man.
Welcome to Epi Das It Podcast, the platform where we have no BS conversation. I'm your host, Caleb, and I'm here with
Bianca.
Yes. And we are here for another episode, man. This episode is very, very special. If you're an artist, if you love music, this is going to be that episode for you. But I'll let Bianca over here do the honors, man.
All right, I'll do the honors. So we have in the stew with us Ranger Young, my guy, my bro. Love him. Known him for a very long time. The sweetest person you will ever know. An artist. Just a really dope, overall, well-rounded individual. And if you know him, you love him. And if you don't know him, you're going to get to know him and love him. So, Rangers in the house.
Yes, we are. Wow. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
of course. It's an honor to have you in the house.
Yeah, I wish you guys had told me all these steps. Now let's just joke.
It's a couple of steps. My bad. But you took it like a champ, so you know. You got this.
Appreciate you for coming through, man.
Thank you guys for having me. For real. This is really dope.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
It's really dope.
Appreciate that. Shout out.
That's it.
Yes, Epi Das It. And okay, just so y'all know, Ranger is another Haitian in the house. So this is a Haitian, you know? This is a Haitian sensation type of episode. We here, we gonna joke, we gonna laugh, we might speak some Creole, we don't know. We'll let it flow.
We will.
Yeah. Probably. Shout out to Okap. I already started.
Oh yeah. Wow. I'm from Port-au-Prince, but we have also family from what's it called? Dang, I forgot. In the country. Name them.
Go Naive.
Delma? No.
Delma is Port-au-Prince, my guy.
I don't know. I've been here since 10.
I don't know the country.
You don't know the other country? It's a popular one.
Go Naive.
Yes.
It's Go Naive.
No, I don't know. I don't know
What's
anybody from
popular?
Go Naive. Yeah, it's in the country.
Kadoosh?
No.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to remember it. By the time I remember, I'm going to start screaming it.
If you know in the comment
comment
section.
down below all the places you know in Haiti, all the country. Not Leogan close. We're getting there. We're getting closer.
If you're from Haiti, drop down
Right.
all the countryside
spots on the
that we forgetting
countryside.
about.
I'm forgetting. But Port-au-Prince in the house. Yeah.
Facts. That's me too. Yes, sir.
All right. So while we getting started, first things first, we want to say, ask Ranger Young.
Yes.
Artist, a rap artist.
Yes.
Who is Ranger Young? How'd you become a rap artist? Did you have other goals in life? What's the story? Tell me your life. What's up?
Truth of the matter, I never really had another goal.
Wow.
Never in my life. I never gave a second thought to this.
Yeah.
My entire life. Even when I did other things like work for different companies and stuff like that, it was always this is where my truth is at.
Yeah.
You know, this is I guess it's because that we all need a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And to me, what's important is expressing that voice and letting people know, like, yo, whatever you're feeling, you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I've been trying to find the best way to do that.
And you just putting that in music. That's where you found that doing
pretty
that.
much.
So like, how old were you when you realized like I could rap?
Oh.
Like I could put some rounds together. I got a vision for this.
No, the reason why I say that is because to me, music and just rap period, just art period is like life. You know, you could never get it to a perfect. You know what I'm saying? It could never be perfect. You always evolving, because as an artist, you try to speak from your heart. But when I discovered I had the talent, I didn't even have the talent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna explain that.
Yeah,
When I explain that,
what you mean?
When I discovered,
elaborate.
When I discovered I had the talent, I have two cousins, both named Greg, right?
Okay,
so the Gregs were in the room, and they was listening to Jay-Z beats, instrumentals, and they were rapping, just and I'm fresh from Haiti, right? So
with the heavy accent.
No accent. I have
accent?
no idea what they're saying.
Oh, okay. Yo, you didn't speak English.
Yeah, I speak English.
I thought
right?
you saw something. Yo, bro, you know how I do, man.
Nah.
Wait, stop. We gotta shout out to some Haitian rap artists because they be having me weak. I'm not gonna lie. T-Biden. That's what it's called. T-Biden.
Yeah, anybody that comes from Haiti.
Oh, funny, yeah.
T-Biden.
But yeah,
yo, man.
What I witnessed was the movements.
Yeah.
And the chaos. It was like they were just free. It's chaos in your movements. And I said, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Just see people go like this?
Yeah, but I saw that they were speaking. So I know whatever they were saying, it was liberating their thoughts.
Oh, cool.
It was like
that's deep.
At that time, I probably must have been 11 years old.
Okay.
And that was my very, very first sight of freedom. Yeah. And I felt liberated just watching them.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know what this is, but that's what I'm going to do. Because that feeling I wanted to keep on experiencing, and I also wanted to help others experience. When you listen to my new project, Ghetto Survivor, coming out in July, when you listen to it, you'll get a better understanding on why. But yeah.
Okay, so you speak about like you seeing them express themselves in that way, kind of ring a bell in your head that said, this is a freedom of expression. I want to do that. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So if we go back a little bit, right before you come to America at 11 and you see this happening and you're in Haiti, would you say that you did not have a freedom of expression in that way? Or like, what's that like so let's talk about like your childhood from before you came here. What's that like?
Not only did I feel like I didn't have freedom back home, I feel like even when I landed here, I didn't have any freedom. And again, when you listen to the project, you get a better understanding of the household I was brought up in, and just the way we were taught. That you don't talk.
Whoa.
You feel me? It's like you don't talk.
Yeah. Facts.
When grown folks is talking, you don't speak.
You don't speak.
Yeah.
And even in my household, and it's sad to say, but the truth is the truth. You didn't really feel like you can express yourself.
Yeah.
Because you were afraid of certain things happening.
Yeah.
And that was my first time feeling like I could say whatever I want. I could anything. I could just express myself
and move my body how I feel like it.
Word, say no more. So to me, it gave me a home. It gave me a home. So throughout my life, I always reverted back to it, because it was like, okay, this is the only thing I can say. I can express my true sentiments to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have people in my life that I can do that with.
Yeah.
But now it's just a matter of taking it serious.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like, for context, a lot of people don't know, but growing up Haitian, not myself specifically, because I, fortunately, and unfortunately, grew up with parents that somewhat abandonment issues and somewhat also were free spirits. So like, I didn't experience a lot of that, but there are a lot of Haitian people that I know. A lot of Haitian people, obviously I'm Haitian,
right.
And our community is strong, So, but culturally speaking, that is a norm where it's like, you don't speak when elders are speaking. You don't whistle. You don't suck your teeth. You had to have proper posture. You need to be clean because you need to represent this household, and don't let nobody speak about us. And don't tell people your business. Don't tell them when you coming, when you leaving, where you going, what's happening. It was just, it's so much rules or so many
at
things.
an early age. It was like, whoa,
Yeah.
And then when you give a child that many rules and you don't explain to them why.
Exactly.
There's no explanation of why.
It creates just this
disconnect.
eager to just like, yo, I don't want to follow these rules, but I just want to live. Like, you know, and you still don't know how to do that because, you know, she still got to feed you.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. And then sometimes, I don't know if you experienced that, but like when you're being pushed all of these narratives in your head as a kid from your Haitian parents about like the way the world works or how people see you, people talk about you, people this, people that. When you do finally get out of that household or away from that, a lot of times you stuck with those toxic mindsets of like, oh, people are watching me or people want me to fail and people are thinking about me and I can't tell people I need help and I can't this and I can't speak. You know what I mean? So a lot of that, it's very toxic, and a lot of times like it leaves you with all of these things that you have to unlearn and kind of like find your home and find your people that you can be yourself and be free, like you say with.
And that was the thing. I had to unlearn a lot of things. You know, so I had to read a lot of books and not just read them, but actually use the knowledge. Go back to the books if I needed to. Because like you said, it was a lot that was taught to us that we did not need. Like
at a young age, I thought.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, bro,
they
I'm
make
a
you
child.
scared and skeptical of everything and everyone.
Of everything and everybody. And then, you know, for me personally, I was a troubled child. You know,
weren't we all?
Yeah, but with me, with me it was a little. I feel bad for my mom in a way. I'm not gonna lie. She had to deal with a lot.
I feel like boys are always like that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You was a troublesome kid.
No, I was a sweet boy.
You was a nice boy.
I was a nice boy.
Mother.
Of course, mama's boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had to deal with a lot. And now that I'm older, I understand that with her being a single mother, I was her first child, and at that time, I was her only child.
And a boy that she's raising by herself.
She had me at a very young age. So she had me when she was still a child. And then when she left months after I was born to go search for a better life. Yeah. So by the time we got to know each other, I probably was like 9 years old when we re-met each other. Yeah, yeah. And then I flew here around 10 to live with her. You don't really know what you're doing, how to raise no young man in New York who doesn't speak English and he's just ready to take on the world. You don't know what you're doing. So, you know, I don't blame her, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I did say a lot about our upbringing and culturally as Haitians, but I will also say that I applaud every single Haitian parent, single or couples, because they work very hard. And sometimes they're extra tight because they want to protect and love on us so hard that they like strangle us a little bit. And so like, it's a cultural thing. If you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. And if you don't, sometimes it might seem a little abusive, but you know, it's not. It's not. It's love. It's hard love, but it's love.
It is.
And the thing I want to do is put a pin on this real quick, right? Yeah. A lot of times I think it's just something like once you grow into it, you really realize that, your parents are also living this for the first time.
Yes.
Also, feel me, like, I feel like I'm at the point in my life where it's like, I'm no longer seeing my parents as parents, but seeing them as like, so it's like, damn, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Certain things you understand, and certain things you're like, all right, you was ODing about this, but other things you're like, as you get older, you're like, you know what? Thank you for being the way that you are, because you start seeing other people, and you're like, oh, thank God. Thank God you kept me in the house, because wow, these people done turned out crazy.
Yeah, shout out all the parents, man.
That was something I really had to think about recently, because I was one of those kids who ran away from home. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like ran away like for years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I was gone. So now that I'm older, so when you run away from home, right? Kids, don't ever run away from home, okay?
Disclaimer.
Yes.
Don't try this at home.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. When you run away from home as a child, the world becomes
your parents.
A huge playground. Also becomes your teacher, your protector, your provider, everything. So everything your parents was to you, you now have to depend on yourself in the world. How do you find food? You feel me? How do you find shelter? You ran away from home. You feel me? So when I got older and I learned, and not even learned, but when I got older and I kind of weighted out the things I learned from the streets versus the things I learned from home, I feel like they both were needed to survive the life that I have. But I feel like had I never ran away, I probably would have not need that side to survive life.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? To survive life. But
it made you who you are.
It made me who I am. Yeah. So I'm not, I'm not downplaying it. The streets is the streets. It's just survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I would say stay home.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not for the streets. I don't think I would survive a day. Like, I don't.
Really?
You would be surprised.
No. I'm saying young. I'm not talking about right now. Like, obviously, like, I have money. I can go get me a place. I can, I live by myself. But I mean, like, young, right? Yeah. Like, let's think about it. Like, let's say I'm 11 years old and I run away from home. Technically, first of all, where am I going? Because I have nothing but Caribbean friends who has Caribbean parents.
Yeah.
Return to sender.
Yeah.
They all
immediately.
The same.
Whose house I'm crashing at? Where am I gonna stay at? I'm a young little girl in these streets, baby. I would not make it. I would not make it. It's all right. We got to know who we are, and I know that I'm frail. I'm fragile. I can't do it. It's ghetto. I get hungry really quickly. I get thirsty. Yeah. I need food.
And come to find out, that's why I ran away to learn who I was.
Oh. See, I feel like boys is different.
Yeah, it's different for us. We're daredevils,
of course.
You know?
You know what I mean? Because y'all want to be men so fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I could do it.
I mean, well, we're kind of forced to, though.
Do it. Yeah, like
kind of forced to be men early. So
what do you mean by that? Forced to be men early?
Because
elaborate.
Oh gosh.
Let's talk about it.
All right, so boys have this thing, not especially, because I was grateful enough to have both parents in the home. Mm-hmm. But when I had to, like I said, realize that boys have this specific. I don't know if it's just me, but we kind of have this thing where it's like we always want to go above and beyond for our mothers. You know what I'm saying? So me wanting to go above and beyond for my mothers, though they don't try to tell you their problems, but we're not stupid. We see what's going on.
Yeah, you try to act like a man from
exactly
that.
From young, because it's like, so I'm seeing it from the single mother point of view right now, where it's like my dad's not here to take care, so I'm gonna have to take care of mom. And that's why every single mother boys always never forget their moms whenever they make it. They always go above and beyond for their mom. Any women that disrespect their mom is because they had to be the man from early because the father is not here. Now me, in my case of 2-parent household, I feel like I gotta be the man because I feel like, yo, dad, you did enough. You did enough. It's my turn now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but y'all be
and
so
I think that's
young
that one characteristic
that
we have within us as like males is the need to protect and provide.
Yeah.
Yes.
And sometimes we're not ready to take on that responsibility, but we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So we just go ahead, and that's when life like
hit you.
And it's so crazy because I feel like the way that you said that, right? You feel the need to protect and to provide from even such an early on age or whatever, right? I feel like even from an early on age until the day you die, more than likely, I don't know, I'm asking, why is it that men feel as though that their identity is wrapped up in that? That's the question I want to ask for both of you.
You want to answer that one?
Yeah.
Because y'all are men here. I'm just a lady.
I mean... Let me be honest. Let me ask you a question. If you have a man, right?
Yeah.
If you, what do you want him to do?
Don't get me wrong. I want him to do those things, but
there goes your answer right there.
No. But the reason why I asked that is because I see him more than those things.
Yes, we see that more than that. But
what I'm asking is more so, why do you feel as though your identity is wrapped up in that? Well, in the way that I'm asking is more so about this, right? If by any chance that you are unable to provide in a season or unable to protect in a season, sometimes I see that from male friends, from significant others that I've had, where it takes a toll on your identity.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that.
Because.
Why is that?
For me, I'm going to have to go a little deeper.
Go deep.
Go ahead.
Be here for it.
Our creator gave us that inside. Like when you a real man,
exactly where I was gonna
right?
go.
He give you that inside. I wish I had it I wish I had it earlier in my life because I ended up developing that that real men attitude, not the need to provide, but if I don't have it, I should go try to find it, and if I can't get it, then it's okay today. I'll try again tomorrow. I didn't have that.
See, I love that you say it's okay. I'll go get it tomorrow.
But that's what I'm about to tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
the way we're wired
Okay.
is the first job you have is that. You know what I'm saying? It's for you to stand up and say, I got you. You're safe here. You understand? But life teaches you that's not always going to be the case.
Right.
Right? So at an early age, because you're not experienced, you thinking this is your identity.
Yeah.
You wrapped around it. But as life teaches you, you grow to understand that this is who you are. This is how God made you. But if you can't, at this moment, go find another way. Versus sitting here and feeling terrible about yourself. That's not the characteristic of a strong man, right? Because when you feel it, you're gonna feel emotions. But you understand that you can't soak in your sorrow. As a man who has to go and get it, like somebody with a wife, somebody with a child, somebody with, a single mother, they're like, yo, look, this hurts, but I can't sit here and cry about it. I gotta find a different way.
And I
because
respect
that's just how we wired.
I respect
because
that.
the thing is, if I come to you and I said, I love you, I want to be with you, I want to take care of you, and then you give me a chance and I don't do any of that, how you gonna feel?
Oh, it's over.
Exactly. Because I'm not doing my job. But
here's the thing. For me, it's over not because you're not doing your job, but because for me, I think a man is his word, right?
But that's the thing. You're not doing your job. If this is what you say you was gonna do,
if that's what you say you're gonna do and you don't do it, then
you're not doing it.
You're not an honorable man,
that's what I
and
try
you're
to
not
teach
an
my
honest
godson
man.
is that as a man, your word. Your word. Granted, like I said, I wish these things came to me earlier, but I try to teach them now. Like your word is all you have. As a man.
Word is bond.
If you say, "Mom, I'm gonna do this," if you can't do it this way, you better find another way to do it because you said you was gonna do it.
But also, if you can't do it, tell me that you can't do it as well, so that I don't have that expectation of you doing because you said you were going to do it. That's why I'm like, I agree with you in that. I love the sentiments of what you just said.
To piggyback off what he said.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, King.
You already went where I was gonna go. We're already wired like that.
Right.
You feel me? And also to add on to it, right? And especially when it comes to taking care of your lady, your mother, whatever. Remember, y'all came from
your rib. Yeah, rib.
So innately, I'm gonna want to take care of what's
mine.
Like it's like you
can say it. Say it with your chest.
Like, I'm supposed to take care of what's mine.
This is a word. Hold on. Go ahead, Pastor. Speak. Go ahead, preach. Go ahead, preach.
But not for real. So and this is what be pissing me off about this generation, man.
Pissing you off?
Yeah, real talk.
Get it off your chest.
When they're like, man, like why you simping? We know that's what it's called. When you're taking care of the person.
Terminology.
Yeah, when you want to take care of your woman and you want to go above and beyond and you want to make sure she's secure and you want to protect and you want to provide. And they're like, oh yeah, now you're simping. That's too much. Like, no, this is what you were born. Like it's in you. That's what you were born to do. You feel me? So.
I mean, biblically, the Lord made everything on this earth. He gave the animals, and then when he made Adam, he said, go ahead and name them.
Feel me?
Go ahead and do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
And then Adam, and that's what, and look, Pete, Adam was already doing all those things already.
Yeah.
And then that's when he's like, yo, hey, listen, realistically, that's how I see it.
You're a little lonely.
I'm a little lonely.
You're not supposed to be by yourself.
Give me something else to take care of.
Let me
give me something else.
Get you something to take care of.
Give me something else that's
gonna mean more to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, than these things, than these plants and animals that I have here. Give me someone that looks like me, somebody that can hear me, somebody that can feel me, and then. I'm guessing that's what he said, and I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna make sure that she's fine.
Because ultimately, she's a part of me.
Yeah. Like, let me tell you something. On behalf of all the women, thank God there's still men out there. Thank God there's still men that believe in this.
Of all ages.
Because of all ages, and that's the most important thing because the age gap here, and it's like you still believe in that, you still believe in that, and I don't know about anybody else, but I think that's because of God.
Yeah,
I think that's because you Christian, you love Jesus.
Amen.
When you love Jesus, you know how to take care of a woman.
Proverbs.
I said what I said.
Amen.
In my case, it's definitely God and just life.
Yes, for sure. Life teaches you everything that you need to know. I mean, depending on the journey that you get on, you know what I mean, that you have.
The journeys are different.
Okay,
Amazing.
so speaking of your journey, let's get it back, right? We spoke about you in Haiti and the lack of the freedom. You came out here, you saw the expression and the freedom in that, and you said, this is something that I want to do.
Yes.
Let's pick up from there.
Oh, yeah. And
because you said you ain't had the skills.
Yeah, I didn't have the skills.
And you didn't have the language.
Not only exactly, I was about to say, not only did I have the skills, I did not have the language. And that's probably I
gotta ask, how did you learn English?
It's the funny thing is, after that day that I ran into the Gregs in the room. Yeah, it's funny every time I say that. It's like the Gregs. Anyway,
the Gregs.
I told myself like, okay, you need to learn this language. Mm-hmm. So from that day, I actually did not speak Creole for a very long time. Oh, wow. I didn't read anything Creole. I didn't watch anything Creole. I didn't listen to anything Creole. I made learning English, my priority.
Yeah.
And then like I mentioned, I ran away from home. And when you do that, the streets get a hold of you. And when the streets get a hold of you,
you gotta learn fast. You gotta learn fast how to say I'm hungry.
Yeah. You gotta learn fast. You know? And you become a little unfocused. Actually, a little is a downplay. It's you're not focused on nothing. You know,
life kind of takes you wherever.
You fall into survival mode.
Yeah, for sure.
And then everything just becomes survival mode.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with that. Yeah. I think you said something really important there that I want to touch on. Mm-hmm. The fact that you wanted to learn English, and so you cut off all things that were in Creole and just kind of threw yourself into English intentionally. Yeah. I think a lot of times we see this in our community where a lot of people probably has been here for 10 years or 15 years and they don't speak English. And that's because they continue to stay in a bubble of Creole, right? Like they'll find people that speak Creole with them. They'll, go to only a Haitian church. They'll only speak to their Haitian friends and they'll only watch Haitian programs or whatever the case may be. And so they don't learn language or they only know so much. And I think like, especially as you talk about the Bidens and stuff like that, if you need to learn English, stop speaking Creole.
You just gotta fall into it.
Don't be afraid to say whatever and sound however, because you got to make the mistakes to learn, right? Like, and let people correct you so that you can say it properly. And I think that I don't see a lot of people that do that. Mm-hmm. I
mean, that's how we master things. Period. Us human beings, we master things through repetition.
Yeah.
So with me, I feel like whatever it is that you want to do, even when I lost my legs, like. People was like, hey, we're going to give you the little short ones. And I had them and I walk on them, but that wasn't my goal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like as human beings, when you have a goal, you just got to go. Like, and that same mentality used to get me in trouble when I was younger because I was about to do something bad. And I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? Fuck it. I just go.
We'll see.
I just go. So I carried that personality throughout my life.
Yeah.
And that's, like you said, just get yourself out of your comfort zone. We all want to be comfortable, but progress is not created in the comfort zone.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people are just afraid to look stupid or sound stupid too. Like, I think that is a big thing because I think even just recently you posted it on your page where you were like, you know what I mean? Whether people watch it or, support it or not, they're going to watch it anyway. Don't feel stupid. Put up your camera. Start the business. Start writing something. Start doing whatever it is you want to do. But people are afraid to look stupid or sound stupid. So they really stifle themselves and they don't go as far as probably you could have gone. You could have gone far. You could have been the one that started something. You could have been the next, whatever the case may be, and get the accolade or the money or whatever. But you just didn't start. All you got to do is start and not be afraid to look stupid or sound stupid. Just start. Fix it along the way.
And I feel like we all were stupid at a point.
I say that all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't know how to walk when you first came out.
Yeah.
You was ignorant to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's say ignorant. Let's not say stupid. Because people going to be like, I'm not stupid.
Right? Like, you didn't know words. Like, we all, that's just the process of it. Granted, life has to teach you that.
Right. I mean,
a lot
education.
of times we're just like, I just don't want to look this way. I want to look that way. And it's just like, yo, bro, just go ahead and do your thing, bro.
To be honest.
Fear holds everybody
back. That's what
I
learned when I ran away from home. It's just like, yo, bro, life is finna go on no matter what you do. Like, just live, dog. You know what I mean?
All right, so let's fast forward from, you know, you was outside in the streets. You know, we don't want to. We not feds here. We not about to ask you about your street activities.
Well,
we gonna fast forward. No,
when
joking.
I say the street, yeah, when I say that, it's not to shed light on street activities. It's just to shed light on, you know, stay home.
No, for sure, stay home. Now, what I'm saying is let's fast forward from, okay, you were in the streets, you ran away from home, life kind of took you, you learned what you needed to learn and stuff like that. Let's fast forward to the first time you made music. When was that? How was that?
The first time I made music,
yes,
was a terrible song I wrote. It was so bad, man. Like, I'm not even gonna recite the rhymes for you guys because
I kind of want to hear it. I kind of want to hear it. Just two lines.
What was bad about it?
The fact that you remember it still?
Right, he laughing. Okay, I want to be a part of that inside joke.
Facts.
One of the Gregs was like my
which one?
go-to.
Go Hard?
No.
Oh, okay.
Talking about one of the Gregs from my family.
Oh, okay, got it.
It was my go-to for whenever I write something. So the very, very first time I wrote something, I came to him and he said, "Shit, trash."
That's a good version.
Yeah, he said,
"We need those."
Yeah, he told me straight up. He said, "Bro, that shit trash. You gotta go do better." You know, he said, "If you really want to do this, go do better."
Yeah, go harder.
Right. So I said, I was in junior high school. When I'm in high school, I saw some bad bitches. They had some fat asses.
Oh, Lord.
And wherever they went, they had some addresses.
Oh, wait.
That's the bar.
I thought he was telling me. Shout out, Greg.
Wait,
shout out, Greg.
I was in junior high.
In junior high school.
I went
now
to
I'm in high school.
Now I'm in high school.
I saw some bad bitches with some fat asses, and wherever they went, they had some addresses. But the thing is, the way you have to recite it, you have to say addresses. And Greg was like, "That's not it, dog." Like,
yo, chief.
Granted, I must have been around like 11 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cute though. It's cute. It's cute.
That's what he said. That's what he said after, because I guess he realized that it was really mean.
Yeah, you're 11. It's cute.
Because he told me straight up, like, "Nah, that shit trash, bro. Like, go do better." You know what I mean? And it hurt.
I'm not gonna lie, at 11, I would cry.
It'd be like that.
It hurt. It hurt. And then I remember,
because you probably was really proud of that.
Yeah, I remember I went to the room next night just to play Nintendo 64, and I was like, "Fuck this nigga."
Like, this nigga don't know real rap. This nigga don't know real rap. Like, I'm on the cover right now. I'm lit.
So he ended up coming in the room after, and he was like, "Look, I'm not trying to make you feel bad."
Start.
He's just saying, he said, "Look, but you have to do better." And then that same week, he brought me down. He brought me on the block to battle.
Oh,
and I said, "Nigga, why would you do that?"
Yeah, that's
if you heard,
you
heard what I just, you know what I'm saying? But when I asked him that, he said, "No, I bought you that so you can see. If you want to get there, it's gonna take you speaking in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
So you got to be ready for all of that." He contributed some game to me.
I love that.
Yeah,
tough pain, man.
Yeah.
Tough
like
pain.
You see other people building your word.
He contributed some game.
Yeah, speaking truth to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I respect that. Okay, so when you came back.
So then from there, I ended up getting locked up.
Okay.
And I was in juvie for a few years, and that's where I really got the time to practice my writing. And I started and I knew it was good because people started knowing my songs that weren't recorded. It was just like things I would spit to people. Yeah. And in the facility, they started knowing me as Ranger the Rapper. And then and a friend of mine was like, "No, you need to take this class." Because like I said, we was in juvie, so we had school and everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you need to take this music class." And I took that music class, and that music teacher taught me how to rap, like how to actually, exactly. So he taught me a lot of stuff. And then and then from there I just kept on going.
I love that. I love that.
From there I kept on going. And then my first time actually being in the studio, again, I was at Greg's house, but I was his mother. And I was And my mom was very strict, so she wouldn't let me go to the studio or anything like that. So I asked, I said, Auntie, Tati, can I please go to the studio? And she was like, just hurry up, because you know how your mother is.
Yeah.
And that was my first time in the studio, and I recorded that right.
Shout out, Auntie.
We love them aunties. Like, I got you.
Yeah, and that's why I speak to her now, and I tell her, like, you know, because this shit is finally taking off, and I tell her, like, yo, when it pops, you finna know.
Like, I won't forget you.
Yeah, you already know.
You held
it
down.
Yeah, definitely. Her, Greg, and Greg's sister, which is her daughter. Yeah, those three. And her sister's son, which is her grandmother. So it's like that whole side.
Shout out to the whole
like,
family.
Right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the
that
whole family.
That whole side really held me
down.
Yeah. You know, when it comes to creating and stuff. You know.
All right. So when was the first time you realized you had a banger? Like where you spit some shit, you put something out in the stew and everybody was like, oh, this the one. Oh, I like this.
It was this song that I did with a friend of mine in high school. And it was with a Biggie hook on it. Biggie had the hook. It was like, Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. So when we did that, and I did the show, and granted, it was my very first time performing the record, but it was a talent show, and there was about 300 to 400 people.
You did that Dewey talent show? Oh wait, shout out to Dewey. Yeah, we went to Dewey. That's my boy.
Shout
okay.
Out to Dewey.
For heard you.
Yeah, so I did the Dewey talent show, and there was like a whole, you know how big that
was. The auditorium is huge.
And I had everybody
bumping. And we are tough critics. I'm not gonna lie. Dewey is tough critics.
Dewey don't play.
They'll
let
they
you know.
Will boo you.
Yeah,
they would throw stuff at you. They would tell you trash.
Yeah.
You would go down the hall, walking around, and clown you.
It was the Apollo in there, nigga. Like,
it's real. If Dewey was bumping,
and
you had a banger.
Yo, Duke that took the video, I'm still trying to find him because it was my first video of a crowd. You feel me? So I'm still trying to find him because I had the video up until MySpace shut down.
Oh damn, MySpace.
Yeah, until MySpace shut down.
A time.
Yeah.
Before your time, kiddo.
But yeah, to answer your question, it was that day. It was me and my mans who did that show that day, and the amount of people that ended up coming on the stage just from the energy that they were feeling from the record.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm never giving this up.
Yeah.
I'm never giving it up because it made me feel like, okay, because my goal with music is to let people know. Because when you listen to my music, you'll see like I speak mostly about my emotions, my sentiments, my thoughts, whatever. Of course.
Yeah.
So when that happened on that stage, I was like, so people feel me. They can feel what I'm feeling. I could never stop that because to me, at that moment, it became bigger than me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it was like, even if I wanted to quit, I couldn't even quit.
Yeah. I'm going to say respectfully, right? Knowing Ranger from high school is so crazy because to know Ranger Snow, he's the most humble guy ever. He's so sweet. He's very caring, very nice, chill guy, right? You know, he love the ladies and he just be naked and minding his business, right? I know where you're going with it. You don't even know where I'm going because I'm giving you props right now. Ranger is somebody that walked around like he was already Jay-Z. And it's an essence. It's an aura, right? Like I promise you, I didn't know Ranger rapped, okay? When I first knew Ranger, I didn't know he rapped. I just knew this guy walked around like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, how y'all doing? Like, oh, what y'all about to get into? Like, oh, y'all ladies good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, just cool guy. Popped in, pop out. And you were just like, who is that? You know what I mean? So with that being said, Mr. Smooth Operator, Mr. I was already that guy before I was that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to say, did you always believe in yourself?
And that's why I went into the room and I played that Nintendo 64 because that nigga didn't know what he was talking about.
Period. Out of 11.
You feel me? Like
I promise you. Without knowing Ranger, he walks around like he's like, yeah, what's up?
He didn't know what he was talking about. Because
you know who I am.
There's this feeling that I've had my entire life. And it wasn't until in my late 20s that I understood what it was. And it's confidence.
Yeah.
But
you exuded out your pores.
Yeah. When I was younger, I felt like, because like I said, I grew up very, very rough. Right? It was anyway. But throughout all of that, I just felt like those things were not created, but they were like, trying to keep me down, trying to tell me I'm less than. And I'm like, I don't care what you say to me, dog. Like, I'm me. I still don't know what that means yet.
Yeah.
But I'm me, and I know that's something.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then when I felt music, when I felt rap, I knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew whatever it was, I just had to search for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to search for it, because if I'm feeling it, I always felt that. I always felt like if I'm feeling it, then it must be for a reason. You feel me? And I just always felt like if I'm feeling it, I'm gonna do it. It's just that simple. Like, if I say it, I'm gonna do it. And I don't care if you don't like it. Now, you will like it later. When I'm good.
Period.
I love
that's a
that.
fact.
Like, I promise you, it just exudes out his pores. Like, and you would never, like, I promise you, like, even you saying, like, your tough upbringing or people try to stifle you or try to make you feel like you're less than and stuff like that, I promise you, it never comes across that way.
That's
like,
the goal for me.
Ever. And so gentle, like you're so gentle with women, you're so, even with men, like respectful and stuff like that. Like you would never think, because a lot of times when you hear men that grow up with, you know, rough backgrounds or all this stuff, sometimes they on edge, they're a little rugged, they look around the room like the testosterone is in the chest, like what's going on, da-da. Not Ranger really pop up in the room, you're like, yo, what's up, everybody? What you doing?
Tired.
Y'all
Because,
good? No,
to
I'm
me,
good, I'm chilling. I'm like, yo.
To me, it's about just being a person, you know?
Yep.
And then it's like back then, the way, like you said, you wouldn't know, because
You wouldn't know.
those things, they make me feel good.
Yeah.
So I knew that if they make me feel good, if I'm ditching it, they can't make the next person feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always hit them, and I only now started to speak about them in my music.
Yeah.
Because now it no longer hurts me inside, you know? But I always felt like that was something that was not needed. Negativity and just extraness was not needed.
That's a fact.
You know? But as you know, if it's needed.
Nah, if it's needed. I mean, like, if you want to get like that, it could get like that. But
it's
respectfully,
needed,
it don't gotta be like that.
It never has to be like
I love
that.
it.
Okay.
I love it.
Now let's talk music.
Yeah.
I love this topic right here, right?
So music, Ghetto Survivor, July 13th.
Ghetto
July
Survivor.
12th.
So I have two questions. One, your name, where you came from. And two, why did you choose that specific topic for your
Okay, you're going to laugh.
Oh gosh.
When it comes to my name.
I love to laugh.
Because my name is actually Ranger, Ranger. That's my name.
Ranger.
That's on my license.
Okay.
Why? Beats me. Beats me. But I had to change it because going as Ranger, people would tell me like, yo, bro, I went online to look for your album and Chuck Norris popped up. I'm like,
oh, okay.
Yo, bro, I went online to look for your album. The Blue Ranger popped up. So I changed it to Ranger with an I.
Oh, okay.
And then somebody had that, and then we was like about to go to court, and it's like, all right, just add young to it, because I always felt like if I'm speaking from my heart, and my heart, where I'm speaking from is the younger version of me. That's where I'm speaking from most of the time when I write. I felt like because of that, I wanted to put the young, and I also, because when I do write, granted it's for everybody, but my goal is to reach a young person that is going through or went through what I went through as a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for them to see and to hear my music and see me and say, oh, I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I didn't really have that that image growing up.
Yeah,
that's
that
good.
With the exception
representation.
of rappers and all of that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
good.
where that come from.
Okay, cool.
And Ghetto Survivor.
Yeah.
The reason, to me, what a Ghetto Survivor is to me in my head is somebody who was wired with a lot of negativity, a lot of just ways to survive. You know what I'm saying? And a Ghetto Survivor is like, okay, I get that. This is what I need to do to navigate this crazy dog eat dog world. But at the end of the day, dog, it's a world that I'm in. You feel me? And everybody that I interact with is not dog eat dog. So how do I interact with those motherfuckers?
Yeah.
You feel me? How do I interact with the people that's not trying to kill me? That are not my enemies.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I had to go and rewire my mind. I had to go and study and read a lot of books. meditate a lot, talk to God a lot, speak to myself a lot. Like, yo, why do you tick this way? Why do you know what I mean? Why do you tick that way? And I feel like overcoming all of that to being somebody that can sit down and you good? To being somebody that can my fault. To being somebody let me go back.
You're good.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I feel like all of that to being somebody who can walk into any room and say, I don't need to put my back against the wall so I can see everybody that's coming at me. You feel me? I can stay in the middle of the room and just let people surround me. Like, I'm okay. You know, that was literally something somebody had to tell me at a party. Like, yo, bro, ain't nobody gonna come for you here. And I'm talking about YF.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you see that time, like I was at a party in Staten Island and he came and was like, yo, bro, you don't gotta be against the wall. This is chill,
this is family.
Yeah, you good.
This is safe.
You feel me? So to me, that's a ghetto survivor. Somebody who say, yo, whatever I was taught then, granted, I need because it is a dog eat dog world, so you're gonna need it to survive. But the world is not against you. You feel me? God gave you the universe. He made you part of this universe. So it's not against you. It's not working against you. And that's what a ghetto survivor is. Now, the reason why I decided to put it on a project, to title the project like that is because with my old mentality, there was women in my life who try to love me in amazing ways. Specifically, we won't go into no specifics.
You don't gotta get specific, but you know who you are, baby
you
girl.
feel me? There's people, there was people in your life who try to come and try to love you in a good way, but because of your survival instinct, you're not even looking at them as like human beings. You're looking at them like, what do you want? You feel me? So now that I'm older, I wanted to speak to one of those people and let them know, like, yo, because that specific person endured some of the same pain that I went through. Yeah. So we understand each other on a higher level. So when you listen to the project, it's actually just a conversation with her, the whole thing.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I feel like I just gave that up, but
no, but that's beautiful. That's thank you. You heard it here first.
Facts.
Exclusive.
Facts.
No, but good. I think that's so beautiful. So many things that you spoke about, and I want to touch on maybe just two. One of the biggest things that I'm hearing is that, in a way, your penmanship and your work and your artistry and your rapping is sort of kind of like an internal therapy that you're doing.
That's exactly what it is.
Right. And like unlearning things and maturing. And it's like the world that you had before structured you and made you the man that you are now, but it's not all the man that you are. There's so much more, and you're growing and evolving, and you want to speak to other young men and men that are your age or whatever the case may be to evolve and grow, or the world is not just this. Yes, there is this part, but there's the other parts of it. And if you take the time to do the internal work, you can grow past that. And then also the second portion that I'm hearing is that you're also speaking from a love standpoint where it's not just a love between a person and a man and a woman, but it's a love for self, a love for your youth, a love for, the world, a love for, like, you know what I mean? And from a woman's perspective and what they're gaining and not gaining, it's just so much is interchangeably, weaving into one another. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful concept.
The reason I'm smiling when you said that is because that specific is not just love for you. It's not just a romantic love.
Yeah, romantic love.
When you listen to the second verse on Enjoy the Night, you're gonna see like that, like literally it came out just like that.
Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. And then just like a joy for life as well. And just like there's so much more. Yeah. Like I love
the reason for that is because
it's getting me excited for the project.
Oh yeah, you
Come on now.
Oh, thank you. I was raised on hip hop. Yeah. Right? If it wasn't for rap music, I probably, and this is, I know people say this a lot, but my baby brother's here, he can confirm. You also can confirm, you know me. I probably would have been dead or in jail. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for rap. You feel me? Rap gave me a conduit to express myself, and he gave me like a goal to
like
reach.
A purpose.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Right?
For your life.
And the reason I got that because I only listen to artists I can learn from.
Yeah, we love that. We love that.
I don't know if it has to do with growing up without a father or whatever. I don't know why, but I always listen to like motherfuckers I can learn from. Like, And I want to be that type of artist to the listener. Like I don't want you to listen to me and just have fun. That's
like you don't want to do
that's
entertainment
an incentive,
rap.
right? That's an incentive. Like you feel me? You get to enjoy these beats, you get to enjoy these the way I'm delivering them to you and everything like that. But at the end, I want you to say, I learned something.
Like there's substance.
I learned something.
Like I feel that.
Yeah.
He talking to the younger me. I remember when I was. All right, but
I learned
love
something.
that.
You know, like for instance, there's a line where I said my cousin ask about you on a daily basis, but I tell him love is beautiful. Right? Whether platonic or romantic. Right? And that's where that's that, like love is beautiful. Like whether it's platonic or romantic, it's beautiful.
Love is love.
You know what I mean?
I feel like, and I don't know if you listen to him, but I don't know. Do you listen to Rod Wave?
Rod Wave. I heard a few joints. I like some of his stuff.
I love Rod Wave. I'm a fan.
Yeah. I like his stuff because his stuff seems like it's coming from a deep place.
I was just about to say that. So with Rod Wave, like a lot of his projects is coming from youth. He talks about his struggle. He talks about even when he makes it and how he's perceiving things or how he's being perceived and the things that are going internally in his head, even romantically, not romantic, all those things. He talks about all of those things. But specifically speaking, I wanted to talk about that one album that he has. It's called Ghetto Gospel.
Oh wow!
Exactly.
Heard about that.
So
wow, I did not know that.
It's so interesting because yours is Ghetto Survivor.
Ghetto Survivor, yeah.
And his is Ghetto Gospel, and it's just kind of like, you know, gospel is essentially like your testimony. So that project is essentially like a testimony, a lot of it, and just talking about his own stuff. And I think that correlates. So if you don't listen to him, give it a listen. And I definitely will. You might enjoy him.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that album, but there's definitely an album of his that I listen to in the car with my godson.
I listen to every last one of them because I love him.
Yeah, I definitely will do that. But that's
because he's also somebody that's like not to compare the albums, but it's just that he's also somebody that I think nowadays that also has substance that speaks from a man trying to be a man and also trying to provide and and being broke and trying to figure out following his passion, and other people saying that that's not something he can do, and just also like broken home and also trying to let women love him, but he has his demons that he's fighting. And I think that is what I'm saying.
Amazing.
Like that's the correlation that I'm getting from this, and I think that's dope. So if it's anything like that, I mean, you're amazing. So I just know it's gonna be great. I'm excited.
Because also on that same song, "Enjoy the Night," I said the pain got ahead of me. You took me to church to get rid of my demons. What a heathen I was. Like, so yeah.
You speaking from what you got going, your story. You know. What I mean?
And you said it's called what?
Enjoy the Night.
Enjoy the Night. Yeah.
Enjoy the Night sound like it's fire, right?
Enjoy the Night is a beautiful record, man.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful record
out for that one.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh man, all things music. Music is so beautiful, man. It's such a powerful.
It is. What's his name? Jesus. Napoleon. I forgot exactly how it goes, but he basically saying that music is what lets us know that we're greater than we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I love that. Dope. And you know what's crazy? So I'm gonna bring it, I always bring it back to God.
Jesus.
Hallelujah. Won't he do it?
Wouldn't be you if you didn't.
I feel like even biblically, like music is something that is so prevalent throughout history, throughout the Bible. You know, David got up and danced. He stripped out his clothes. He ran through the streets to give praise. I think it's a way to express ourselves. Yeah. It's a way to give thanks. It's a way to, like you said, kind of channel our inner thoughts and kind of could be therapeutic. Scientifically, they use it for patients as well, like music therapy. There's so much to it, and I think it's so beautiful. And go back to our earlier conversation that was off camera. That's why it bothers me so much about like trash music. Well, or music that has no substance. I shouldn't say trash music because that's subjective. I will say things without substance. And to keep it on Christianity and music and stuff like that, I think one of the things that I struggle with a lot is the fact that they always like say like, as Christians, that there are music that is worldly and music that, godly music. And there's that line and there's no grays. And I find so many grays personally. And I don't know if anybody else does, but I find grays in terms of like message music, right? It's neither speaking of God, it's neither denying God, but there's message, there's substance. It helps you. And I feel like that's why the book of Ecclesiastes is one of my favorite, because I think there's nothing new under the sun, but there is something for every season, right? And if we're being realistic, like, if you're about to be romantically with your partner, you're not playing Donnie McClurkin. You're not playing Fred Hammond. You know what I mean? Like, that's not for the mood. That's not for the season. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't it. Now, I'm keeping it back. You know what I mean? Like, you know? So, I'm just saying.
Nah, that just brought me to a clip. The guy, he was making a funny skit, and he was like, he said, "You better bring God to the room when y'all about to have it."
What?
I mean, God is in the room. God is everywhere. God is everywhere regardless. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not playing.
You're not doing that.
I'm not playing.
You're not doing that.
No weapon.
You know the crazy thing?
Formed against me. Like, that's not what we doing. That's not what we doing.
You're not doing that.
You know what I mean?
Instantly get out of the mood.
But to go to the grays, in which I'm talking about, is like, I think that substance music that has a message that's speaking to you.
It can change your life, bro.
Speaking to what you're dealing with, what you're not dealing, because it's representation. The same way that we want to see Black folks on TV screens because we want to see ourselves is the same way that we want to hear somebody.
You want to feel like you're not alone.
The traumas that we went through. Speak to what we've gone through, to be like, nah, hold on. I'm not dolly. I'm not bugging. I do feel this way. I do feel that way. But you know what? Like, this person is also speaking light to the situation. I think where it gets the black and white, because I'm speaking about the gray, I think where it goes black and white is the worldly music that speaks to more so destructiveness, right? That speaks to like, oh, let's pop the pills, let's get drunk, and let's shoot him up, let's kill him, and let's be promiscuous, and voila, oh my God, like it's like, all right, relax, you don't need this,
and
you
even
know,
that
get
has
thee
its
behind me,
space,
Satan.
And even that has its space, because there are people who are able to relate to that. But you know, when you hear it so much and that's all you hear, that's all you see, then it's destructive.
I think I don't like to call it worldly or not worldly. I think I just like to say destructive and constructive. Right?
I mean, I just feel like this. At the end of the day, our voices are instruments.
Absolutely.
It depends on how you want to play it, dog.
For sure.
How you want people to feel.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because you could play a piano a certain way. That could, and it will ignite some emotions out of somebody. Like, you feel me? I've heard trumpets. That's one of my favorite, saxophones. Right? That literally brought tears to my eyes. With no words. So how do you want to play your voice, dog? That's all that matters.
It's all about intent as well. I love that.
Now, on the topic of, you know what I'm saying, constructive and destructive, you know what I'm saying, I want to bring this up to you. I'm one of them guys. Yes, I'm a conspiracy theory guys. You know, they say Illuminati controls the music industry, and you being somebody that believe in God, and you know how, I just want to ask you, how do you find yourself? How do you think you will maneuver yourself in the industry that is so focused and so controlled by, I'm
weak. Oh gosh.
For me, I mean, my whole life has just been staying grounded and being true to myself. Even in any song I've released, there are songs that I wrote that I did not release because I just felt like they didn't represent me or my emotions in the best way. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is not something that you know what I mean? So the way I navigate through life is probably is the same way I navigate through this industry. I navigate through the industry by saying like, look, that's what y'all doing over there.
I can do that over there.
You feel me?
Stay over there.
And I get why you're doing that over there. You're doing that over there because there's a lot of people who pays for that. There's a lot of people who listens to it. So you want that money. For me, the way I create, I don't create for you to like. I don't create for her to like. I create what's in my heart. I create what's in my soul. I create what's in my mind. I create my experiences. I jot that down on paper. So if you can relate and pull up, I rock with you. If you can't relate, keep on scrolling, bro. It's all love. You feel me? You rock with the next one. But I ain't finna chase you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So therefore, I ain't finna sign up for some things that don't represent my personal thoughts and emotions and morals the right way. Just to
get a bag.
Just to get somebody, to get some listeners, to get some paper. It's not that deep to me. You know what I mean?
Good.
What's deep to me is what God had put in my heart, and that is for me to go and represent him, represent the world that I know, represent the life that I grew up in, as broadly as possible. So those that are listening will know, not those that are just listening, but those that can listen and relate will know, like, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, somebody out here understands what I'm going through, you know? Yeah, so that's what I finna do, bro. Like, y'all do what y'all gotta do over there, bro. I'm good on this side of town. You feel me?
I love that you say that, because I'm going to follow up with that question. Because I know that there are a lot of artists that that chase being accepted and desired and wanted and listened to, right? And you specifically say that you're not making music for anyone to like. You're making music that you literally are just that are coming out of you, that's oozing out of you, right? And I think that that's beautiful, because if you stay true to that, then you won't compromise yourself and you won't change yourself to fit in or to follow a trend or to gain whatever it is that the world is trying to give.
I don't need that type of traction.
And like, I feel like that is really important, especially, you know, if you're staying authentic to who you are.
Yeah. In my experience, like, when you stay 10 toes, no pun intended, you survive, bro. Like, you succeed, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you stay true to who you are, you succeed.
Yeah.
You feel me? When I played the project, it's recorded on my voice note. Oh, I want to go back to a conversation we had.
Oh,
we just had this conversation about my first recording. I actually recorded a song, a whole mixtape on funny. I recorded a whole mixtape like this. A tape player, cassette tape player. Damn. Right here.
Throwback.
Okay.
Throwback.
OD.
A boombox. Right? CD player right here. Playing the instrumentals, and I'm rapping to the cassette.
Period.
And my mama lost it when she was moving. Broke my heart. It was my first mixtape. And when I tell you banging, I couldn't wait to play it for Greg, because he said my shit was whack the first time. So,
I'm about to show you, I'm about to shut you up.
Yeah.
I got these
I'm going to show you, Greg.
Yeah, but back to what we were saying. We were speaking about something before I went back in there.
Yeah, we were just talking about being authentic to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it's like, if you stay 10 toes down, you be true to yourself. You be true to the community that you serve.
Yeah.
It's not hard work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's harder when you have to, like, I want to look this way. I want to feel this way. I want to dress this way. Bro, I'm me, dog.
I felt like I heard a creative say this one time. And it wasn't a particular friend of mine or anything like that. I was just like at work and meaningless, conversation, all the I hate the surface level little chats or whatever. But anyway, we were having this little chat, and I forgot who it was, and they were saying, being a creative, the only thing that torments you is not doing the things that come to your mind.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that keeps you up at night.
Yeah,
it's the only thing that torments you. It's the only thing that
that's a fact.
You struggle with. And I was like, that is so
deep.
You
lose sleep over that.
Yeah. That's so deep. And I was like, that's how I knew I was not a creative.
Yeah. You funny.
Because I ain't never lost sleep over nothing.
Yeah, you lose sleep over it.
But
yeah, how the hell you go deep?
You know, I joke. But to bring it back, I have an immense respect for creatives. Damn. And it's so crazy because I was always called the sponge since I was younger, because I literally can do just about anything. Like, if you sing next to me, I can harmonize with you.
I got a question for you, right? With the current state of music right now, because you're specifically in hip hop and rap, you know? In the specific current state of music right now, what's your thought on it?
Is hip hop rap dead?
You saw the smile? That's that Denzel
I don't believe it's something you can kill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe it's something you can kill. I think it's something that you can like you can try to stop from growing any bigger than than it's already been. But I don't think it's something. I think hip hop is too big to stop now. And to be honest with you, and I say this with all the respect to hip hop, and I say this with all the confidence that I have been given from the Lord above. I'm securing the next 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna go anywhere. I'm not here to have fun with people. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to really play. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
watch out now.
And when I say the next 50 years, I'm not saying that I'm gonna be rapping for the next 50 years, but I mean my contribution, not just with my music, but with the other contributions that I will be contributing to hip hop. I'm gonna secure. I'm definitely gonna secure another 50 years for it. Where do I think it's at right now? I think that hip hop has become so big that there's a lot of room for mediocre. You see what I'm saying?
Say that one more time.
Yeah.
Let them cook.
Say that one more time. Say it. Repeat that. Repeat that. I need you to repeat that.
I think that hip hop has become so big that it's a lot of room for mediocre. You know, and I think that that's a lot of what we're seeing now. You know, a lot of people are treating it as a hustle, and I get it. Everybody got to eat. You got family to feed. But let's not forget that this is an art form for the people. This is an art form to express ourselves, to connect with people, and to contributing to it is only going to make it grow bigger and better, and that's what I'm here for. You know,
Let's go.
It's so big that it has different parts of it. Even recently, I believe that J. Cole just introduced a new branch of hip hop that not too many of us was aware of, and that is the non-competitive branch. It's like, yo, bro, I'm cool. I know I'm nice.
Period.
You know, I know I'm J. Cole. You feel me? I don't gotta prove that to people. And I think that was a beautiful thing for him to say.
Because my art proves it.
Yeah, because his art proves that.
Yeah.
You feel me? And with me, I'm here to.
You see the Denzel smirk?
Yeah, right. I'm here to, to do what I do, because I does what I do and I do it well.
It's the humbleness too, you know.
You know what's crazy with what you just said? I believe Waka Flocka was the one who said that. He came out, he was like, yo, I'm not no rapper, bro. Like, I made music because I wanted to make money, and I used the money that I made, and now I'm a businessman. But because when Waka first came out, Waka, like I'm not gonna lie, it was lit.
That boy was outside. That boy was
outside.
He gave that energy.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that boy was
I
out.
respected him saying that because he was like, he has respect for the art form of rapping and of lyricism and, speaking to the people of the masses and making movements. Rap has movement. You know what I mean? It can get a group of people to protest and get a group of people. It can shine light to, the atrocities that's happening in the world. And I feel like having respect for that and saying like, yo, bro, I just made some lit songs, had a good time, made some money, and I'm a businessman.
I'm
but
free.
Don't be talking about to me, I'm some rapper. Like, I'm not that, because to have respect and reverence for that is to say that it's of a different caliber.
And
I love that because I respect that.
Yeah, I love that because he showed like, look, I love this thing for what it did for me.
Yeah.
It helped me feed my family, but this is not what I do.
Yeah.
I just gotta love and respect that. You know what I mean? This is what I do though.
Yeah. Speaking of this is what you do, this is who you are. It's oozing out your pores. And you're gonna be here to stay because you're making authentic music for the people, for the youth, for those that feel and relate to it. Heard you. Speaking of that, let's talk about current projects that you're working on or that you have out right now, and then let's speak to future things that are coming out.
Currently I have a single out called "What a Beautiful Mess We Made,"
and I love that song.
Thank you.
If you haven't heard it, let me tell you something. It's fire.
Yeah.
The hook.
Thank you.
Stuck in my head. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna sing because I'm not gonna do it a disservice because I can't sing, but it's fire. It's fire.
That record is kind of like a prequel to the album.
Yeah.
The video for it is gonna be coming soon. And then right after the video, we dropping the full. I'm sorry, not an album, mixtape. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I learned this from Nipsey Hussle, who learned it from 50 Cent, and that is not to drop albums until these labels cut these checks. You feel me? Because then what happens is if you drop an album before, they're gonna be like, yo, your numbers was like, 15,000, and you want us to give you a check for 15 mil, like we may not make that money back. But anyway, that's a different ballgame.
But the mixtape brings the traction that gets the deal. Yeah. It makes sense. Smart. 50 a great hustler. I love him for that.
Yep.
So yeah, that Ghetto Survivor we're gonna drop right after Ghetto Survivor.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Did you say when the video is gonna drop?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because with the video we're still working on some things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the song is definitely out already. The song is on iTunes. It's called What a Beautiful Mess We Made. I think it's the only song in the world that's called What a Beautiful Mess We Made. So once you type in that sentence, you should be able to find
it. What a beautiful mess we made.
Yeah, and I love that record because like I said, it's a prequel to the album, so I'm speaking from a very deep place. And the artist who created the cover art, JJM, Justin, he made it from scratch. Like it was hand painted, so it's beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of work. I
had a pleasure of meeting him. He's also a really wonderful, nice individual who also really has his own side business and stuff going on. Free promo. He has this coloring book called Fro Pro, I believe it is. And it's dope. I have one. I've been coloring. It's really beautiful. It's like a black coloring book that showcases just black art, black love, black things. And it's cool. It's nice.
Yeah, Justin's the homie. JJM Art on Instagram. So yeah, after that we have Ghetto Survivor, July 12th.
Mixtape coming out.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Looking forward to that. That's the project that's going to
secure the next 50 years.
Yeah. You said July 11th?
July 12th.
July 12th. Yeah. That's the perfect time because, you coming from July 4th weekend, you lit, you had a good time. Now you got to go home and you got to sit and listen to my boy talk to you.
Yeah. And it's if you're a person who's been through some things in life, if you're a person who currently still battles some emotional things, you definitely can relate to this project. And if you're a person that has love in your heart, you definitely can relate to this project. And if you're a person who have hate in your heart, you definitely should listen to this project.
I love that.
I love that.
Oh man.
Go into our segment.
Yes. So this segment right here is called Support is Free. Is where you get to shout out anybody, business, mama, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Mama.
It's so support is free. The floor is yours.
Support is free. I want to give a big shout out to the beautiful world that we live in. Everybody in it. Everybody in it, man. If you here, you watching this thing, man, do your thing, live your life, dog. Like life is, look, the only thing I gotta say in this is this: life is gonna keep going, dog. Like I promise you, if you're not here today, if you die right now, wherever you are, whether it's me or you, I promise you, we will air another podcast episode.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like meaning life is gonna keep going. You feel me? So do your thing while you here and understand that you're here to contribute to the earth. You know what I mean? Like leave the soil better than you found it. That's it.
That's nice. It started off a little not so nice, but it wrapped up beautifully, Nabo. And I respect that, you know?
Leave the soil better than you found it. I respect that.
Leave the soil better than you found it. Yeah. The world will keep moving with or without you. So do what you gotta do while you're here. I love that. Philosophy.
Yeah. To be honest. Ghetto Survivor, July 12th.
Ghetto Survivor.
July 12th.
July 12th.
We love it. We're here for it. Thank you, Ranger, for coming on the pod.
Thank you guys for having me.
We love you. Definitely we'll put down your information for anyone who wants to follow you. Yes, we'll put down the names of the project that you're currently working on, the project that are coming. We definitely will put that out there. So if you can relate or if you want to check it out, the music, definitely check my boy out. He's awesome.
Check him out. Well, without further ado, y'all, thank you for stopping by. Once again, thank you for pulling up. Definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely turn that bell on so you can get a notification every time we drop an episode.
Yes, sir.
Without further ado, I'll see you next time.
Peace.
And if you enjoyed this episode, definitely like, comment down your thoughts down below, and definitely subscribe with the bell on so you can get these videos every time we drop.
And if you'd like to see more content, please be sure to check out our latest video right over there.
I'll see you next time.
Peace.